Hello, I'm Professor Render, and welcome to our Friday Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race here on Speed Gaming 2. We have ourselves the Light Speed mode. On tonight's runners, we have Shinmaru, BSJ72380, High Ruler, and Gilgamesh. So what this mode is so Light Speed is a mode that will not take us too long. Not at all. The mode in question is we have to get all 3 pendants from the light world, and then we take those pendants to pull the pedestal to get a master sword, vanilla master sword, and then we take that sword all the way up to Aga Tower to take down Aga 1, and then we get a Triforce off the pyramid ledge. This won't take us too long. And I'll just quickly just do some stuff beforehand and back in because I need to fix some stuff here. But we'll be underway soon, though. So, okay, dropping the gate now. And yeah, so this will actually and because I'm all doing this just by myself because I am I am the one who's operating the buttons and stuff. I just realized I had the wrong input this entire time. Joy. I'm gonna have to fix this again, but give me a second. This won't take us too long, though. Just hang tight. All right, and there we go. Just right on time, as well. So we are now underway, and this is also a standard start. So yeah, yeah. And so Shinmaru is going to do a brief map check. So this won't really yield anything. This will only give us information of where the pendants are shuffled around, and that's all it is with this mode. So we get a green pendant from Desert Palace, and that's the more important thing with this mode is that you, despite the fact that we don't have, despite the fact that we as the runners, as this mode doesn't have a whole lot to do in this mode, we have to know what the pendants are. So that's kind of what it is. Just for green pendant would be nice if you get an item from that. We start off with a hammer because this is also randomized swords. So hammer is probably, it's a good weapon. Its only downside, it's good. It's tempered sword damage. The only downside is that it has a small hitbox, and it's also very, very inconsistent with up and down. So vertically, it's kind of messy, but left and right, still fair game. And we're getting our sinks just about now. Yeah, this is a nice little race before the qualifiers start up for tonight. It's going to be happening at 9. Or 9:10 for the broadcast itself. That will be held on the Speed Gaming channels as well as the both. This one will be the Speed Gaming channels proper. So yeah, if you want to stick around for those when they come up. Yeah, this is just a regular old bog standard escape with a hammer, which isn't too bad. And I will mention this too. This there is no Moon Pearl. There's absolutely no Moon Pearl in this scene. That Moon Pearl is completely gone from the pool. So the way you get in is for go mode, you would need a bow, some fire source, and a sword, 2 swords and a lamp, or a sword, lamp, and cape, one of the two. And yeah, that's basically what it is. So Hyrule and BSJ are in close proximity with each other, with the princess in tow, Gilgamesh kind of behind, but we'll see if on the chat as well. The bunny walks can still be necessary for things like the desert or checkerboard, despite the fact that we don't have a Moon Pearl. So yeah, that's also a nice little interesting bit of knowledge too. It's a particular gotcha if you don't know that part of that. Yes, you can get a flute and mitts early, but since you don't have a Moon Pearl, there's no way you can get the Dark World access and just kind of bypass everything. So you're forced to go this way, to go through the Agate Tower route. You still can get the mirror. Yeah, that's right too. I just completely blinked on that too. You either can get the mirror and hammer and hookshot are still a thing. My mind's focused on the qualifier, as so. Yeah, so it's swords. So it's the sword, the master sword that's from the pedestal. We need the bow. We need the hammer or hookshot or mirror, and then a fire source, preferably with a lamp. And that'll do it. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Just get your stuff and just go. This won't take us too long. It would take about like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I would say, around average. That's what we mean by light speed. Is the speed mode is pretty fast. So with those times in mind, that's what it is. I guess. I don't know. There's a lucky bomb drop that High Ruler just got from the fact that the rats gave out bombs in the bomb pack, and now we got our stuff from there. Not too exciting of stuff. Get the silver. We get the arrows. So, to answer Moo Cow in the chat, you still need to pick up the Triforce from the Pyramid Ledge in order to declare the game as complete. Because there is a Triforce item. That's why there's the Triforce hunts HUD that's on that takes place at the life counter, the life indicator. So or at least the life graphic, not the actual like hearts themselves. And it's one of those modes where it's not Triforce Hunt in the sense that, oh, this is you still need to get the Triforce pieces and talk to Muradala. You just find the Triforce item, which triggers the end of the game. That's it. Which triggers the Triforce cutscene, the Triforce room cutscene. Which by that point you would declare yourself finished. So all of our players are heading over to the Lost Woods. We get a piece of heart. We got a piece of heart there. So 2 special, 20 rupees. Also not too much special. BSJ opting to not pick that up. High Ruler and Shimaru would pick it up. Although it looked like Shimaru wanted to avoid that, maybe was too far over to the right. Maybe it was just something. Maybe they just wanted to pick it up anyway. Gilgamesh also picks up the 20 rupees, so just BSJ who only enters Kakariko. First off, amongst two, and Hyrule and Shimaru both enter Kakariko at the same time. And we have cut a lot of bombs from the fact that we did get those that bomb drop. There's our lamp, that is necessary. That is our mirror, also necessary. So already we have some pieces of the puzzle that is needed to complete this seed. To answer SP Man, there really isn't any in the spirit of it being light speed, it could be possible, but you don't see it you don't see hour-long seeds on a light speed seed often. Yeah, that's what, and also what Lonamy points out. There really isn't a whole lot you can do with there isn't a whole lot you can really do with this early, with the fact that we're so limited on the amount of items that we can get to complete our goal anyway. So there's really no way to kind of make a crazy logic situation. And in a way, the execution, it's somewhat of an execution game once you get the stuff you need, because it's by the time you have all the pendants and stuff, it's now just an execution game. But then it's more about the same decision routing that we're used to. So decision routing also following the items as you get them. There's our bow that was from the back of the tavern. So that's one of our pendants that we can pick up right now. Yeah, and this is it's something that also Lana Bean's pointing out as well, that because of the fact that this is not a execution heavy mode, unlike most other modes, routing wise, it's more just trying to figure this all out. And as also too, Drossi also pointed out too, this was a mode created by Curran to make it low variance, something with low variance. Curran, you may have known for creating the Curran jump. That's the move that you do without the flippers if you're coming from the left side near the Graveyard Legend King's Tomb area, and you just throw a bomb at a specific point at a specific time to cause a fake flipper to occur. You can get over to the opposite side where Catfish and stuff is at. To answer NWE in the chat, this is a standard start, so we were forced to go through the castle anyway. So this was also the reason why we have a hammer in the hands, because it's also a standard start with randomized swords. So there's that. We do get blue mail. Blue mail isn't really all that I would say useful in this mode, because of the fact that we're dealing with the four beginning dungeons, like the first 4 dungeons of the game. Well, 5 dungeons if you can't escape, but still. So it only really serves as hey, we can't really die all that badly in here. But these are just the first first three dungeons of the game where you get your pendants. So it's like very simple anyway. We get our big key. Logically, the fire rod would have been in play, but since we had the lamp, this doesn't really matter. Yes, I believe it's removed because you are forced to pull the pedestal. There's nothing around you. You can't just grab a sword and just like, oh hey, I'm just gonna casually walk. Well, it's up with a cape. There's our glove, which is necessary for the climb up the mountain. Yeah, but that's like, yeah, but the whole thing about slowing this down with like that crazy, with that weird logic chain, the issue with that is like, yes, Bunny, there's no like, I don't know how to say it. We also got our book as well. That was from looked like it was from over on BSJ's side. Because I didn't see it. Oh no, the book's here from Shimaru. I'm kidding. I made a fool out of myself. I made a fool of myself. I thought it was BSJ who got it, but no, it was in the chest. I got baited out myself. So yeah, BSJ will get the book soon, but right now he doesn't have it. Sorry, trackers. Yeah, so now at this point we're looking at a sword. Literally, we're just looking for a sword now. Yeah, like this is what Lightspeed does. It does stuff like that. And yes, the sword is required because this is go mode. Checkerboard cave can be in logic through mitts and flutes. But we don't have that right now, so right now it's not in logic. And as I speak, Hyrule is now on the fight with the Armos. Hyrule making quite a lot of work with this seed. Yeah, and one thing too that M4A is pointing out as well, that's that it's also entirely possible that the boots, the big key may be, those pals will still be boots locked, but like that's just something that's is something you can't really avoid in like modes where you're without a boot start. Shimaru is now also fighting the Armos Knights, and so will Gilgamesh in just a bit. Shimaru just wanted to light up a little bit differently for this fight, so wanted to play a little bit safer. And looks like that Shimaru didn't have the one of the Armos Knights down enough for a pseudo quick kill, but we'll still get the that Armos Knight down, even if even though there's still more arrows used in that fight for that pendant, for the first pendant. Of course, this wasn't the first pendant that Shimaru gets for the entire seed. That was Hyrule. We did that earlier. Shimaru is playing as Eva. I think it's Eva Emma Sky from Phoenix Wright, and Gilgamesh is running the same sprite. It's Emma Sky from Phoenix Wright. I was gonna say I was gonna say something with Ava, but that's not Emma Sky's name. I believe Emma Sky was first introduced in Bridge for the Turnabouts, or no, not Bridge for the Turnabout, like Rise from the Ashes in the DS version of Phoenix Wright, because they originally came out in the GBA, and it didn't have Rise from the Ashes. Shimaro now making the play for the mountain. Makes sense because you do have something. You have a way to finish the fight, the boss here. You want to do it before desert, in case its boots locked or something. Those are flippers, so that does open up the flipper checks. And Spike Cave, I don't believe is in. I think it's technically in Logic, but I don't. But you can get to it, but there's not enough hearts in the pool for it. So, and then you also need pearls, so you can't even use them. And then you also need pearls, so you can't even get to Spike Cave anyway. So, yeah, Spike Cave's out of the question. Is completely out of the question. And Shimaro turns into a spray bottle because that's Emma Sky's thing. Turning into being able to turn into just because I think she's particular about keeping herself clean, I believe. If I'm remembering this right. I don't play any of the Phoenix Wright games, so, or any of the Ace Attorney games, so I wouldn't know for certain. We get a powder, which is interesting because that does lead to a magic bag being in play earlier on, and we also do get the big key from the center chest, which didn't really matter either way because we did get the hammer or the lamp early. There's our big key from the right side, so we don't need the boots in this seed. So it's just a sword go. It's now sword mode. Also, yes, there's another powder that's right there. Or no, not a powder right. That's right there. The powder was showing up in Hyrule Castle and Hyrule Desert Palace anyway. So that's Gilgamesh's one. We also we have a mushroom, so that's another way to get a sword. Oops, Shimaro does end up falling. That's also in a situation where there's 2 floors down. I also missed it too. Cancer Mario was found in desert as well, along with the powder. Kane really doesn't serve any good purpose in this mode. I guess if you wanted to do some method of splash delete, go ahead, I guess. But we already got the flippers, so that doesn't really matter because we knew where the flippers are. So yeah, Gilgamesh now heading over to get the Desert Palace boss completed. We also get the green pennant from this as well. So so we can turn that in for potentially a sword, or maybe maybe boots as well. I don't know. BSJ did give us the information because he did successfully complete the bomb jump across, and that was enough for just the map. So now we have a Muldarn fight for both BSJ and Shimaru. We just have a hammer for this. Not the worst thing though. Though Shimaru does get pushed off by Moldorm. But BSJ will complete his fights and just gets some money for it. This does also mean that there's those 2 items are out of the question, and at this point as well, we do have all of our pendants. However, we still need a sword, another sword, so that we can get the so that way we can get the pedestal or master sword from the pedestal or something. BSJ heading to Spiral Cave. So yeah, that's just something to do because you're now on the mountain. You have a hammer, as well, so you can just get over to East Step Mountain. Interestingly enough, BSJ did not bother to check out the. Well, actually, no, I get why. Because you don't have a way to check out the what's it? You don't have a way to check out checkerboard Floating Island. That's what it was. Because you don't have any way. You don't have a way to get to it. So yeah, it makes sense why you would skip this here, because you're never gonna get to that in this seed. I don't know if this is set to beatable as well. I doubt it. I don't think it is set to beatable, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because that would give us some funny situations like, oh hey, here's a here's an ice rod in this spot or something. We get an ether medallion, but that doesn't really do us a whole lot as well, considering we also have no sword again. Like, just I keep mentioning it, but we have no sword. But we did find the sword over on Hyrule's side. That will be go mode for High Ruler. That was offered from the Waterfall Fury. So yeah, that's the mode. Literally, that's what it is. There really isn't a whole lot to it. You just find the stuff needed to complete all 3 pendants, of the Light World dungeons, and call it a day. Yeah, and the next thing is that High Ruler was actually going to kind of follow this. So in a way, High Ruler is kind of following the NMG route by doing this, because I don't, well, sort of. If it was if save and quits were disabled, why? You would have to go through the return cave to get to the Master Sword pedestal from there. But since we have save and quits, we could just go over to Sanctuary and then just grab the pedestal, save quit again, and then we just head over to like a tower. So yeah, so Shimara will have to go to Desert Palace here, because that's you need a flute for this, or you need the flippers for this rather, not the flute. So go ahead and see. I'm gonna get High Ruler's audio here. Just so that's the current leader at this point. BSJ will be closing in on that flipper soon, because he's also now in desert. Shimaro is approaching it as well. Gilgamesh will have to grab the sword from the Waterfall Fairy in just after this is done. And along the way, Shimaru is going to get the Shimaru is going to go ahead and get the Gina Cave here. And to answer your question, Chad, there is no cape in the scene. There is just no cape. You can't. You have to get the Master Sword no matter what. Or this mode does not give you a cape. You can't skip it. The only invulnerability you get is Burna. High Roller will finish off the fight for Moldorm. That will be the third pendant, and that will lead to a Master Sword pedestal to finish the rest of the game out. And this will just be a save and quit either way, because that's the fastest way around to it, rather than going for the return cave. But that I'm just bringing it up because if this was NMG, this was that would be the route you would take from that point. Gilgamesh gonna also fight Moldorm. Will be the last one to take on Moldorm. Will also be with three pendants in hands. And BSJ will also be in go mode as well. Well, almost in go mode. Still needs to get that bow. And that bow was it was early. It was from, I believe, the it wasn't from Lumberjack or Lumberjack. Mini Moldorm, that's what it was. Yeah, this was back at the tavern. That's what it was. BSJ has not gone to the back of tavern yet, which that might be a problem. But High Roller will be the first one to pull the pedestal for that Master Sword. Okay, that's the Master Sword picked up. And, yeah, because that Master Sword on the pedestal is planted in the scene. It's always going to be there no matter what. And now it's just a matter of going over to fight, Aga. Yeah, you're supposed to pull the pad for the Master Sword. Because that's seeded in there, it's planted. It never changes. I know, it's crazy. Oh yeah, that's what I just said. You pull the pedestal for Master Sword. That's what I just said. I mean, the point stands. Even if I split the two around, that's like the point gets across. Even if it means like yeah, it doesn't make sense logically that you would pull a sword from for the pedestal, but the point still gets across even if I flub up my words. You know, so yeah. Next up is Aga Tower. This is the last dungeon you got to go through. And since we're going to be going through Aga Tower regardless, we will, of course, play the blue ball game because yay, that's requirements here with this mode. 0 to 15 blue balls is the key. I might as well just let you guys guess now because we're approaching it soon. So just after this floor is done. Of course, it could be higher if depending on if they miss or something. But like, why would you miss? BSJ gets the sword for go mode. Well, not go mode, but still needs to get the bow. But I thought it was I still thought BSJ still had the bow, but still it has the back of the tavern. If there's another bow here, that'd be nice. That way he doesn't have to go to the back of the tavern. Otherwise, yeah, back of tavern's still a thing. It's a thing that exists. There's the flippers for Shimaru. We'll soon be approaching the sword. And it's just a shield from Zora. So that does mean though I think that's almost all the checks you could do here, unless BSJ still has something to do. Which is going to be going to Hyrule Castle, not Hyrule Castle, Eastern Palace. The green pendant turn-in, it also makes sense too. I did catch it on the back end. There's one blue ball. Nice bottle. That's just there for the green pendant. That's actually nice considering we need to get the bow anyway, so it's just a way to get to it. There's two. I think this stops at 2 here. 3. It stops at 3, not 2. Because this should be the 6th attack here. Yes, so it's 3. So Planeswalker reading 9 gets the guessing game. And yeah, that's the mode. You just grab the Triforce, and I will read in a result. Ta-da! Get first with a time of 34:29, which is also good for first overall. So yeah, it's as simple as it can possibly get, right? So like, I don't really have anything else to say. That's just how fast this mode gets. And everyone's all now in Go mode at this point, so I don't really need to explain it any further. I'll just have Hyruler come on in. Hi.
Hello.
So yeah, that's a mode. It exists.
Yeah. Last time it wasn't flippers, so this time I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm sure you saw I skipped flippers. I was forgetting that I couldn't get Moon Pearl. I was just gonna do splash delete, but then I'm like, oh right, I can't do that.
Yeah, this mode it's as very restrictive as it can possibly be with the given settings that we have. So there's no way you're going to there's no like gimmicks here. You can't just do all the fun stuff we can do.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I wanted to gamble it all on Waterfall Fairy because that's the one that requires the flippers. You can splash delete to Hobo, but you can't do that to Waterfall Fairy, so I figured I'd gamble it all on that. And it ended up working, so as soon as I saw the flippers, I was like, okay, well, I still checked out Gina first, because that was a smart play. You know, I didn't want to come back, but then I went and did it. Didn't skip Mini Moldorm Cave this time, but that didn't matter because it didn't have anything. Although it did give me an extra heart, so that was kind of nice.
Let's be honest. Like, there's really like the amount of hearts that you have really doesn't. It's just something to have. It's nothing like required or anything to get through it. If you like low percent stuff, that's just you don't really want those hearts or anything.
Well, true. It's just nice because like then I don't have to be careful in Aga Tower. Like I was able to just blitz through it without caring about my health, um, which was kind of nice. Because otherwise you have to be a little careful because if you take too much damage, then you'll die. Especially if you end up falling in the pit.
Right. Yeah, that's a problem too. And I have kind of commented as well that the blue mail really doesn't matter in this mode. It's just there.
Yeah, it was just an extra nice cushion for no reason. Pretty much. Yeah, overall I think I played okay, but I know that it mainly wasn't my play. I just gambled and got lucky, so it worked out this time. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. I was just only just wanting to sign up for this just because I'm waiting for the qualifier to start up.
Yeah, I'm planning on joining the qualifier later, so yeah, for sure.
In a way, it's kind of like a bit of a warm up before the big dance.
Yeah, and it's nice because it lets me make sure everything is working, because I had a qualifier I had to skip because I didn't realize my controller wasn't working, and the only way to fix it was to restart my computer. So I ended up missing that qualifier, and I did okay in it, so it might have been nice to add those points, but oh well. It's kind of nice. Now I know everything's working fine, so I don't have to worry during the qualifier.
Yeah, it'll be nice for me because I just wanted to qualify because don't do the qualifier because I kind of feel like it right now. Just something to do.
Yeah.
It's right time to get back into playing rando, like into past rando after just doing other randos in the side. I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So for me, like, I'm not planning on actually entering brackets. If I do make it, I just want to see how I do, and I just like large races, so that's the only reason I'm entering.
Yeah, I just want to play just because I only want to qualify just because I just want to do something. I don't expect to make it to the big 128 because like I am nowhere near that level. I'm nowhere near that at all. And yet somehow I got a pretty nice record, a pretty nice qualifier 1 just for some reason. I don't know why, but it just happened to be the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, I've been doing okay. My lowest score right now is a 79, so that's pretty good. Like last qualifier for the SGL tournament, I know I did not do that good, so, and I still somehow made it to brackets and then got stopped, but that's okay. It was a good learning experience.
Yeah, and that's what really matters in the end of the day. It being a really nice learning experience. Just getting to know yourself as a player and all that fun stuff. I will say too, now Gilgamesh had finished off Aga 1, got the all important Triforce that gives him a second place finish of 40 minutes 30 seconds officially, with good for fourth overall.
Dang, I'm guessing everybody went for the mountain first, or most people did. I'm curious now, because I don't know, I was like, if the last item's in desert, that's so fast. And you have to walk over there anyway, unless you find the boots. I guess that would be faster, but you have to walk over there anyway. I'm like, I'm going to do desert first, and then I'll do the mountain. Because even though the mountain has the density, if it's in desert, then you just did a bunch of stuff for no reason. That's why I did desert first.
Right. And Shimaru has also finished off as well with a time of 41 minutes and 10 seconds. Both Gilgamesh and Shimaru will get 4th and 5th, respectively. Scupula will finish second with 38 minutes, 34 seconds. And Tanos, 3rd place with 39 minutes, 39 seconds. Yeah, we should be able to just mark off the finish here in just a bit if we can get the finish going.
Well, all right. I think I'm going to go because I'm going to probably get something to eat before the qualifier starts. But thanks for having me on Restream. It was fun again. And yeah, I wish you luck in the qualifier as well.
Yeah, thanks much.
Yep. Bye.
All right, take it easy. All right, BSJ is about to approach the Aga fights. This will be the last finish here. Went up in just a bit, so and Gilgamesh is also in the booth, so we'll see if I can get him in here. And here's Shimaru and Gilgamesh. GG to both of you.
GG.
Yeah, this is a thing. It's a mode that's just really quick. I don't really have anything to comment on it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like it's there's no surprises. You know the end around it either way. The one interesting thing to note was just those flippers with where you needed the flippers for the sword, but that was only but
I thought about following them right after getting them, but I was like, I don't know, hair is completable, like why not just do it and hope the sword's up there first?
Yeah. I guess you technically didn't need them either if you just like fake. Oh, I know, never mind. You do need them. There's no moon pearl here. Duh.
Yeah, there's no way around it. You have to get the flippers because there's no moon pearl.
Yeah. You saw me go to the castle before I got my master sword. My brain is half melted today. It's like 98 degrees where I live right now, man.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, and most of us are just more particularly me is just wanting to do this because before the qualifier starts up. So
yeah, that's the same thing.
Yep.
And BSJ will also finish it off our race with 44 minutes 22 seconds, good for 6 overall. Yeah, it's a very simple mode, and I don't really think there's really enough to really mention it. I mean, that's just well, okay, this is something you know your objective, you know how to start off. At least the hammer wasn't too bad, as a starting weapon.
I was like, oh, please don't be Blue Cane, because my Blue Cane escape is not good.
Yeah, to be fair, Blue Cane escape in general is not a good escape. That's just I just don't like it because of the additional consumption every time you use the blue cape.
Also, probably tell I don't practice my NMG landmo very much.
Yeah. I understand. That's I don't really practice NMG myself. I've been meaning to do it for some time, but just haven't gone to it.
I got one worm with 3 quick arrows. That was pretty good. And then the last one, not as good.
Yeah, I think the only the only real decision point that seed was when do you decide to follow the flippers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what really pretty much settled it. With pretty much the deciding factor of how with the finish of 34 the 34-29 over on High Ruler side. So just the decision to make the flipper check go first, and that was what ended up being the case. I also wanted to mention too that since you actually had a pretty nice finish, even despite the fact that the escape was slow on your end, Gilga.
Yeah, it definitely was. That was not... Again, I haven't done... I couldn't tell you when the last time I did a standard start was. I've been doing so much open stuff at this point. Probably haven't done a standard start in 6 months, honestly.
Oh, man.
For me, it's probably going to be longer because it's been a hot minute since I haven't done a standard random swords.
And I have not done a swordless standard start either, even longer than that. So, yes, my hammer escape, not great.
Yeah, that's fine. I've nothing really not a big problem at all.
Yeah,
I do have BSJ in the thing, so I can just bring him in.
Yeah, it gets a little dicey. Those rats are so quick; they're so hard to hit with the hammer.
I think I was
Yeah.
getting beat up by the guards more. Well, I was trying to get the bomb pack from the guards, so I spent a little more time farming those guys early.
Yeah. The nice thing the nice thing about it is that, like, with the hammer, it's separate sword damage, but then you have the problem of it. Oh, it's a very small hitbox. So
Yeah, and I seem to clank against the swords just as often as I hit.
And looks like BSJ won't be joining us for an interview, but GG's either way to BSJ. So yeah, I don't know really what else to say before we wrap this. We can try and soon wrap this up in just a bit, but yeah, if you guys have any final thoughts, I don't really have anything else to say. It just that's the most so simple. It's like,
yeah, it's a fun, light, quick. I was looking for something quick to do before the qualifier, so I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yep. Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit lately. It's just a nice, fun, light mode. Get in, get out, 30-ish, 40-ish minutes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's why we chose it, just because it's the qualifier is coming up soon. This won't take us too long. We'll have something quick on hand. So yeah.
Well, thanks for all picking it. Thanks for all putting on
everything.
We're running it, but you're all the running show. So
I helped. I did most of this stuff behind the scenes. I just joined the commentary just because why not? That's what it is. It might not be the best one I've done, but this is something quick. I needed to do something.
Yep.
But yeah. So GG's to both of you, and good luck in your qualifiers.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll do it. So yeah, as I mentioned this a couple of times already, the qualifier, the 9th qualifier will be coming up at 9:10. The race will start at 9, and the broadcast will start at 9:10. We're this time around, the Speed Gaming channels will be hosting both streams. So over on Speed Gaming 1, that will be commentated by Lucia and Grief and Star 1468 with Royal with Cheese on the tracking side, and the second stream will be on SG3 with Kuchiri and Lana Bean on the commentary, and Scott G239 as well on the tracking. Qualifiers will still be going through up until the important date of April 17th on a Sunday at 9 p.m. But there is still more races in the meantime if you are still wanting to watch something before those qualifiers start up. And those being that, I think this ended a little bit ago, but I don't know. But the Pac-Man World 2 any% tournament has returned for its 2022 edition, has returned to Speed Gaming. So that match was probably either finished up or it's about to conclude. I don't know. But also at 9 p.m., if you want some more Zelda and to watch alongside the main tournament, we have some Zelda 1 randomizer as well for their 2022 edition. And then looking a bit further on into the schedule, we do have some more things. We do have the Crystal Item Randomizer, Pokemon Crystal Key Item Randomizer, full item randomizer tournament going on, along with Mega Man 10 returning. The Bleed 2 Beginners Tournament, that's a thing that's been going on as well. Along with SMB 3, 80% Warpless, along with the SMB 3R weekly race and all that other stuff, as well as Super Metroid's multi-world tournament. So, yeah. So you follow the Speed Gaming channels and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we'll see you back here on Speed Gaming 1 and Speed Gaming 3 for the qualifier in just an hour. So yeah, take it easy, everybody, and hope you stick around for those qualifiers. Take it easy.